Within the next couple of minutes, I'll try to give you the basics of using the roller squat. This is probably the easiest Soma system tool. As you can see, there are other tools which are primarily body weight tools, meaning that you use your own body to provide deep tissue cell body work. The roller squat can be used in two primary ways. So when you use it as a hand tool, meaning that you can put it on your hand, you can use it on yourself. So for example, massaging your quads or chest, or of course you can always use it on your partner, remembering if you're not a licensed massage therapist, then you should not be doing massage therapy, but otherwise you can bring a lot of joy to your friends massaging them. In terms of using the roller squat using your body weight, and by that I mean that you are not using the hand to apply pressure of the roller squat on top of your soft tissues, but you are actually using your body weight. So the easiest example would be putting the roller squat on the floor and working on your feet. And this is something that is very pleasant, and you don't necessarily have to roll all the time. You can just rest your feet on the roller squat or use two roller squats, and you can do that while you're working behind a computer. Similarly, you can use the roller squat to work out the tightness in your hamstrings, or you can place the roller squat, lie down next to it, and then roll on top of it, just making sure that the roller squat is not providing any pressure on the spinal column itself. And so that would be, for example, that would be an example of applying static pressure. Now, if you're breathing and lifting your hips and then letting them go back to the floor, then essentially you are using one of the manual therapy techniques called pumping. So you're literally pumping the blood in and out of the place, and that really helps to release the tissues and nourish them with blood. You can also gently move, so you can see I'm not trolling, I'm just moving my upper body over the roller squat, maybe 1-2 millimeters from side to side, and this is more similar to cross fiber, and you can do a lot of good work, again remembering that roller squat should not be applying any pressure on your spinal column. You can also lift your hips and, for example, introduce a little bit of twist, and in this case you're using your hips to twist your tissues a little bit around the spot that is being pinned by the roller squat. Okay, so this is what you can do in terms of body weight. You can also use the roller squat on your feet. You can place another foot to apply more pressure and just stay here and rest. Now next, moving on, when you sit on a chair, as I already demonstrated, you can use the roller squat on your feet or under your hamstrings. You can also, for example, place it behind your back. And again, while you're working behind a computer, this is a very good thing to just maintain awareness of your body and provide a little bit of stimulation of your soft tissues. And of course, you can always use it against the wall. So you would place this, the roller squat, between the wall and yourself and apply pressure. Now, if your hips are very close to the wall, the pressure will be relatively minimal, but as soon as you're starting to move the feet, move the feet and the hips away from the wall, you increase the pressure. Now bring the hips back, just making sure that your feet are not sliding on the floor, and you decrease the pressure. So in the same manner, you can increase and decrease the pressure, making sure that you're not applying any pressure on the spinal column. And the same principle applies to other body parts. So you can work on your hands. This is very good for massage therapists or people who do a lot of hand work. You can do your hip, for example TFL or glute med. Just apply pressure and stay. Now just a brief overview of other tools So this is a set of 5 Soma system balls. They are of different sizes, and as you can see, this is just like even sometimes smaller than a massage therapist's thumb. And you can use it in also while lying down, while sitting. It's excellent for trigger point work. That's what it was created for, or against the wall. We have a very soft and gentle massage ball. You can use it in a similar fashion behind the chair. It's excellent for hamstrings. It is much softer than other tools. For example, these balls are not compressible, so they're more like lacrosse balls. This is very, very soft. Or you can make it actually very soft. You can also make it hard by pumping more air into the ball. And you can move the rollers, bring them closer together, further apart. These are really great for working on your neck. Or you can work on your back. So these are much smaller than the foam rollers. And their surface has much higher specificity, meaning that it has a much greater capacity to isolate old spots of achiness in your body and release them. This is a focus roller. This is a tool. It has 3 active surfaces. So this guy is very pinpointed work. This is more for manual therapy, for trigger point type of work. These are the rollers, so you can work on yourself. And you can also take all this rubber and you will have a very nice and spiky stimulation in this way. And finally, once you put them on, you can use this surface more like a gua sha type of tool. So this is layperson gua sha. You're basically doing skin and underlying deeper tissues dragging with this tool, and it's very comfortable. It's our main massage therapists love this tool because it saves their fingers. We use foam roller in a very different way than in other modalities, so you can make self body work very comfortable. The traditional way to use the foam roller is something of this sort, but as you can see, you're not very comfortable here. You have to support your head. So what we can do instead, we put the foam roller to support your hips, and then you can do mini rolls, and this is much more comfortable. Alternatively, when people work with the foam roller on the lower body, this is a very traditional way to work on the hamstrings. Anatomically, it doesn't actually make much sense for 2 reasons, because you're straining your shoulder and the hamstrings are actually lengthened when you're working. There is a series of tools, spiky tools, which is basically non-invasive acupuncture, we use it to warm up the tissue, but it's a great tool to relieve stress and improve sleep. So if you use it for 10-15 minutes before going to bed, it really warms you up, makes you comfortable, improves blood flow, and soothes you to sleep.